Hi, I'm Carolina, and I'm so euphoric to be alcohol-free. Today I'm going to talk about my favorite things to do instead of drinking, because when you quit, it might feel at first that you don't know what to do with your time, but let me tell you, there are a million things to do, and just possibilities will open up to you, and you will become passionate at exploring all of them. Before I get started, make sure you subscribe to this channel so you never miss an episode. Thanks for joining me. So one of my favorite things to do is to write. I write every single day. I love to write creatively, I like to journal, and I like to write blog posts. In fact, I wake up early every day in order to write because it's the most important thing I do. Why do I mention this first? Because writing makes me feel fulfilled and it makes me feel like I'm creating something bigger than myself. It's a hobby that keeps giving back because I can build and build upon my work and create something meaningful for the world around me. I hope you can find something like that you can be creative around. Maybe that's painting for you, maybe that's creating music, maybe that's, building a nonprofit, who knows what it is, that makes you feel like your soul is being touched when you build something new for the world. Now for a more playful side, another thing I love to do is to go to markets. So when I'm feeling bored and restless and put me into a food market, I love to just explore. I walk down all the aisles and I pick up all these new random ingredients that I've never tried before or are new products. Things like maybe blood oranges or other exotic fruit. I'll pick up, random kale chips. I'll pick up maybe something like buckwheat flour that I want to make a dish with. It's so fun to explore this way. And maybe for you, it's some kind of vintage shop that you want to go to or any place in your neighborhood that you want to explore. Off of that, I love to cook new dishes. So sometimes I'll find a recipe and just try a completely new cuisine and a completely new dish that kind of challenges my boundaries. Now, I love to cook, but when I put myself and try a new recipe that's a little harder than what I'm used to, it takes all of my energy to try to master it, and it's such a fun experience to be able to, work out my brain like that, and also just get in tune with my body and my hands and do something so natural like cooking. Another one of my favorites is to exercise. So since I quit drinking, I run a half marathon, and to me that's a huge accomplishment because I never thought of myself as a runner. But, I had all this time and all this discipline to actually overturn that limiting belief. And I trained and I absolutely loved it. Today I'm not training for a race, but I love to exercise. I will do ballet. I will do high intensity workouts. I will go run and yoga as well. And I just love to move my body and feel just more powerful and more alive when I do. Another thing I love to do is to listen to podcasts. Podcasts inspire me so much. When I first quit drinking, I loved podcasts about the joys of alcohol-free life. And if you didn't know, I have a podcast called Euphoric the Podcast that goes over just that. Other podcasts I really like are any ones that help me feel inspired and build momentum for success in my life. So, anytime I have free time or I'm driving in my car, I'll put on a podcast because it's helping change my mindset about the day and about my own life. Why not get inspired, instead of listening to the same radio songs over and over again? Another favorite thing of mine to do is to read. Now, I'm a big reader, but since I quit drinking, my reading levels have gone way up. I always have a few books on my bookshelf or a book in my purse, and I will use any excuse to read. I try to read over 80 books a year, and that's a tall feat, so I need to make sure I'm putting a few hours in every single day to read. I learn so much, I expand my own perspective, and I gain more empathy by, walking in the shoes a little bit of someone that I had not understood before. Another one of my favorite things is meetups. Now, if you're sober and you haven't met anyone in your circle of friends who also adopts this lifestyle, you need to check out meetups.com. Search the word sober, search alcohol-free, search recovery, and hopefully you'll find a meetup in your area of men or women who are binding together to do fun social activities without drinking. Through meetups, I've gone on hikes, I've gone yoga, I've done mocktail, places, and I have so much fun meeting new people this way. I've met so many new friends, I even met my podcast co-host there. All right, I hope these are some good ideas for you to get started, and if you need more, I actually have a list of 30 other things to do instead of drinking, because when you think about it, what is there to do other than drink, I don't know, how about the whole world? There's so much out there for you to explore, and I hope you get the positive mindset to feel good about doing so. Make sure you subscribe to this video to never miss an episode, and go check out my blog for more ideas.